Japan Rail Simulator, although sometimes the logo will call it Masters Edition. This is a Let's Play and sort of tutorial mix, and particularly early on, what I hope to do is to hone in on some of the new features that came with V4, and then to showcase some of the trains and things that came with the DLC, which is coming out just after I release this video. Woo! So without further ado, let's crack on with the game. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go right from the beginning. I'm going to start my own map, and I'm going to start with a map editor. I'm going to start with a completely blank map, and this is really the first sort of tutorial, because people ask, say, I want to do, I want to create my own map, I don't want to use one of these, how can I do it? So that's what we're going to do in this first one. So you've got the game loaded, click map editor, then decide which basic template you want to use. Now the total blank sheet, which is one we're going to use, is this one. And we're going to load that template. Now you'll have to bear with me a little bit here, because I may be a little bit rusty when it comes to this. The other thing is I'm going to try and keep all these videos down to just a few minutes, and just concentrate. There'll be a lot of stuff and a lot of time taken up outside of the videos. I'm just going to be concentrating on the main sort of action points and trying to make the videos sort of a maximum of 5 or 6 minutes long. Okay, so here we are in the game, and it's totally blank map. Put the map up, and there you got, it's completely blank. There's nothing to show in picture at the moment. We've got nothing. All these tabs will be empty, there's nothing in them. So what can we do first? The first thing we can do is click the edit tab, and this is one tab that doesn't appear normally in the game. Most of these other tabs appear in the game normally, and we're going to today create a custom map, or get the game to create one for us. Creating a custom map on a scale of this 10 kilometers by 10 kilometers is 100 square kilometers, or 10 kilometers squared, depending on how you want to look at it, is a huge task. So we've clicked on edit, clicked on create manually, and what we're going to then do is get the game to create something to our specifications for us with a good random factor in there. Now that looks, here is sort of an idea of what the map would look like with its current settings as set up here. Now let's go through them. The ratio of mountains will be 20%, so 20% of the map will be mountainous. Sea will be 20%. As you can see, it's all over the place though, very sort of swampy looking out, which leaves you 60% left for land. Geographic complication is 8+, so how complex is the geography? It can make the game more interesting. It can also make the game trickier, of course. Undulation complication, so that's the smaller dips and furrows. So the top one is more how complex are the mountains? Are they all one big mountain, or is it lots of different ones? Likewise, this is for the smaller, the minute detail. How complex is that? Mountain height, medium. Sea depth, medium. Now sea depth, if you're going to tunnel, then a low sea depth will help you tunnel under it. I've never managed to tunnel under a medium or deep sea depth. I'm sure you can. I've never managed it. So I'm going to have sea depth shallow, and I'm going to just change a few of these. The geographic complication I'm going to reduce right down to 2. Undulation complication right down to 2. Now create sample, and you see what's happened there. By reducing that level of complication, I've got something which to me looks more realistic. This could be somewhere like a Great Lake area, sort of, in Canada, as opposed to the map before, which was really just little pods of water all over the place. It's almost like an uneven field after a rainstorm, the last one. This is much more realistic. The sea ratio, the mountain ratio, I'm going to have even smaller, and the sea ratio, I'm going to have even smaller again. I'm going to create a sample, and there you are. So here is even more, this is more or less what I'm after. This is just a sample. The game hasn't created the final one yet, but it's giving you an idea. There is some water there, there will be some complications, there are some mountains, but most of it's relatively flat land. I might put the undulation complication up a little bit. Create sample again. Okay, so we've still got this area down the bottom and a couple of other, which sort of encroaches in there. In the game, as you guys probably know, you can spend money within the game to change the geography, to raise or lower land and whatever. It's quite expensive in the game, so getting a landscape you're happy to play with before you start is a good idea. So I'm going to go OK, Erase all buildings, create land, proceed. Well, there's nothing to erase yet, so off you go. And there you go. And here is the finished article. So I can now come out of there, I can now save this, and that's finished. I can do it again. As you can see, it only took a split second to do it. So we've got big areas of sea over here, which are going to be maybe an obstacle, something interesting. Very little in the way of mountains. I think if I just double click here, what have we got? Yeah, we've got some in the distance over here. Not a great deal though. Oops, I've gone off the map there. Yeah, you've got a few bits and bobs of mountains, but nothing major. If you're happy with that, you can then save. You can add a custom game, or you can save an unfinished map and then come to edit it later. So if you want to add a custom game, at that point you've created a custom game that's blank. You can then start a custom game and play a game with nothing there on this map and start playing. Or if you think, I want to start adding buildings and have a sort of semi-developed game to start off with, which is something I'll be showing you in the next one, you can go save an unfinished map and then do more. So if you want to add a custom game, that's that done. I'm going to, for this tutorial, save an unfinished map. You can change all these. I'm going to call it New World. A bit pretentious, isn't it, that? Company name, Scriptco, just my nickname with co on the end. You can change these funds a little bit. I'm going to give it the maximum because I like a game where you build and stuff like that, rather than a game that's strictly competitive. Weather clear, difficulty automatic, all the rest of it. Save map in progress, and it's created this new map in V4, as you can see, and there's a few others I created to do tutorials and some of the promo videos for Degica prior to that. So this video is now coming up to 7 minutes of recording time at least. That's how you create a custom game. That's the first video. I'll come in, this next video will be how to use the editor to add features and move things around in the editor once you've got the custom game created, and then after a couple more videos we'll move on to the gameplay itself. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe underneath if you'd like to, and of course there's details underneath for buying the game from Steam. It's on special offer now and again. There's free DLC and all the rest of that good stuff. Hope you guys enjoy it. Squitty signing off.